Good morning, everybody. How's everybody enjoying quarantine? Yes, I am wearing my bathrobe, but come on, we're all friends here. How many of you are in your bathrobe right now? Probably a lot more. Everybody raise their hand if they're in their bathrobe right now. Actually, I just got out of the shower, washed my hair, and I'm just chilling because, because I'm quarantined during a pandemic. So I wanted to come on and talk about something that I witnessed over the weekend that made me happy, sad, scared, I don't know, just moved, everything you can possibly imagine. I live in low income housing. Some of you know that, some of you don't. Now you know it. Basically, I live in a complex where it's boxes stacked on top of boxes with poor people in it. And I'm one of them. This complex is off of a very busy main highway that's known as the White Horse Pike. It's Route 30 in New Jersey. It's very, very busy. So I walk my dog at about 6 o'clock every morning. Even though I'm not working right now, I'm still getting up at 6 in the morning. I'm still walking up at 6 in the morning. I very often see a young man who lives in my complex. I don't know him. I don't know his name. I would assume he's somewhere between the age of 19 and 20, maybe a year on either side. I do know that he works at McDonald's, though, because I've seen him in his Mickey D's uniform. So the other morning, Saturday morning, I'm up at 6 walking my dog, and I see him walking to work, taking this footpath where you can cut through some woods to get to this main roadway. Now, keep in mind, it's Saturday morning, it's 6 in the morning, so he's probably gotten up at about 5:30 to get ready for work, right? That would be like a good estimate, maybe even earlier. It's freezing. We had this weird freezing rainstorm. It was really, really, really cold, like just freezing rain. And he's walking, in freezing rain at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to his job at McDonald's. And the reason that I was thinking about this was I remember not very long ago, maybe about 6 months ago, a year, where people were talking about the living wage, $15 an hour for people, including people that worked at places like McDonald's. And so many people would say things like, all this person does is flip burgers. Why did they deserve $15 an hour? Blah, 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 blah. And then along comes this pandemic, and suddenly we realize that there are these people who really deserve a living wage, like people that work in grocery stores. All the people that are working in CVS and places like that are going to work in spite of this pandemic, and they're working, they're exposing themselves to this pandemic. I mean, we knew the doctors and nurses would be exposed. That's a given. But we have all these other people that really, we've thought for all this time they were non-essential employees. Now we find out they are essential employees. So when this is all over, and things go back to somewhat normal, and we begin to argue again, and I'm sure we will, about whether someone that works at McDonald's deserves $15 an hour, or someone that works at Walmart or CVS or wherever deserves $15 an hour. I want you to remember this young man who lives in my complex, who got up on a Saturday morning, probably at about 5:30 in the morning, walked in a cold downpour, crossed a very major road where I live that is known for accidents that kill pedestrians during a pandemic. I'm sorry, let me say that again for you, for those in the back who didn't hear it. Walk to work in the rain across a busy roadway during a pandemic so that you could have an egg McMuffin. I just want to put that little seed in your head. When you think that these people are unworthy, when you think these people don't deserve $15 an hour because they just flip burgers, that they're non-essential as far as the work world goes, I want you to think about that kid. I don't know his circumstances. I don't know if he's going to college. I don't know if he's a high school dropout. I don't know if his parents could afford college or can't afford college. I'm going to assume they can't because of where we're living. I don't know anything about this kid's situation. All I know is I'm not sure that I would get up at 5:30 in the morning to walk in the rain and cross a really, really busy roadway to go work at McDonald's for a shitty minimum wage during a pandemic. because a bunch of people couldn't stay in their houses and have to have an Egg McMuffin. So I just want you to keep that in mind. I know it's a bit of a political rant. I normally just do cooking videos and talk about couponing, but it touched me that this person did that. And unfortunately, he may have to. Maybe he's the only person in his household earning money right now, which is sad too. But when we start talking about that $15 living wage, I want you to remember this kid who did all of that so you can have an English muffin with an egg and a piece of cheese on it. Okay? Anyway, guys, my sister said I should do a roast asparagus video, so I'm going to do it just because I'm going to show you a technique that I was taught by Christina Perillo for trimming asparagus. So I'm probably going to do it. I'll probably do it tomorrow. And anyway, until then, everybody stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for stopping by.